We'll do it on Friday, though. All right, so up in this one will be Tim, Ron, Dave,
Boris
Boris,
Morales.
Ryan, Noah, and Nick. Turn marshals will be race number 4. That'll be George Bryant, Andrew, Brandon, Barry, Eric. All right, you'll be race number 4. All right, and with that latest addition to the program, we are up to 27 racers tonight. Not bad for Wednesday. Thank you for the support,
Ron
guys.
Williams. Tim Elbert.
All right, so it looks like I got Boris, I got Tim, I got Ron, I got Dave, I got Noah, I got Ryan.
Noah Bloom.
All right, just waiting for a check on Nick Chavez. Actually, Kyle Howard, you're racing tonight, right? I'll put you in race number 2. Race number 2. All right, and that brings us up to 28 racers. That's pretty awesome for a Wednesday.
Nick Chavez. 1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, it looks like we got everybody checked in. I got my turn marshals out here. So once we get Del Visco into his spot, we'll go live loop in just a moment.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Yeah, orange dot's cool. I guess the pumpkin is like a large orange dot.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, folks. Well, everybody's checked in. Looks like these guys are good to go. We're going live loop, drivers. Loop is live. Oh, I need a little help at the tabletop. EG in transit. Okay, we got race number 1 off to a start here. Everybody has officially crossed the line to start their 6-minute clock here. Boris across the line first to 17.7. Tim going 18.3. Nick going 19.0. Dave an 18.8. A few more cars making it around to finish lap 1. Ron going 19.0. Ryan 19.0 as well. Noah 21. So your fastest driver on lap number 1 is going to be Boris. He's driving the blue and orange car with the lime wheels. 50 seconds in, drivers. Right now it is Boris, Tim, Dave, followed by Ron, Ryan, Nick, and Noah. All right, we got just past a minute down. Tim Elbert to the top. Right now, we got Tim on a 20.02 for pace. Boris on a 20.13. David 19 flat. Ron 19.04. Nick 18.07. Noah 17.02. Ryan 17.05. Got a minute 20 down. 4:40 remaining, drivers. That last time by, Tim Elbert setting fast time at a 17.6. He is in the mix. 1:30 down. 4:30 to go. Tim Elbert's pace now 20.01, almost on a 21-lap run. 1:45 down, 4:15 remains in this one. All right, we got Lisa Perea checking in from Idaho. I'm sorry, Brian Gross is not here tonight. That's one of her favorite drivers, by the way. We got 2 minutes down, 4 minutes to go. Right now, it is Tim, Boris, Dave, Ron, Nick, Ryan, and Noah. Tim Albert on a 20.04 right now. 2:30 and 3:30 to go. We got Boris 2011, Dave 1914, Ron 1918, Ryan 1805, Noah 1806, and Nick 1808. $3.10 to go, drivers. Tim Albert, 4 seconds up on Boris. Boris, 10 seconds up on Dave. Dave, 18 up on Ron. Oh, sorry. My mistake. Dave actually 3.8 up on Ron. Ron, 0.7 ahead of Noah. Noah, 1 second ahead of Ryan. And Ryan, 2.8 up on Nick. We got just under 3 minutes to go, drivers. Tim Albert holding down fastest lap, 17.6. Race leader is driving the white, pink, and black. Your second spot, Boris, driving the blue and orange. We got Dave Kreider out there. It looks like he's running the white car with the green stripe. 2:25 to go, drivers. Boris taking fast lap, 17.5. He is looking alive. 2:15 remaining. Tim, Boris, Dave, your top three, followed by Ron, Noah, Nick, and Ryan. Two minutes to go, drivers. 2 minutes remain. Tim Albert going 17.6 that time by. He's now about 3.5 up on Boris. Boris 12 up on Dave. Dave 5.4 up on Ron. Ron half a second up on Noah. Noah 2 seconds up on Nick. And Nick 8 seconds up on Ryan. $1:40 remains, drivers. Albert's pace 20.06. Boris 20.13. Dave 19.12. Noah 18.01, Ron 18.01, Nick 18.05, and Ryan 18.18. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. All clear. A minute 15 to go, drivers. Tim Albert 6.7 seconds ahead of the second place car. All right, drivers, we got 1 minute left. Albert still leads the way here, driving that white, pink, and black car, making his way through Crosstown into the cinnamon roll. Boris holding down the 2 spot. Boris just now making his way through the center of that cinnamon roll. That sweet, sweet center. Got 40 seconds left, drivers. Tim, Boris, Dave, Ron, Noah, Nick, and Ryan, the full running order. Got race number 2 coming up next. If you are in race 2, you'll be up in less than a minute here. All right, Boris going 17.4, but he's looking for more. 15 seconds to go. 5 seconds left. Keep on going, drivers. Keep on going. Do not stop yet. Keep on going. Tim Albert, you are done. Boris, you are done. Oh, help in the middle. All right, Dave, you're done. Nick, you're done. Ryan, you're done. Got 2 more. 2 more. And that will be a race, drivers. Tim Albert sets the early TQ at a 20.06. Boris goes 20.10. Dave a 19.14. Nick a 19.19. Ron 19.21. Noah 18.16. And Ryan 17.10. All right, folks, race number 2 will be Tony, Art, Ray, Steve, David, Jordan, and Kyle. All right, race number 2. I'm going to need my drivers from race 1 to come on out.
AJ
I am
Cardinale.
looking for Tim, Boris, Nick, Ron, Noah, and Ryan to
Jordan
marshal this
Rivera.
race, please. All right, this is heat
David
number
Wool.
2 of Buggy Wednesday.
Kyle Howard. One minute to the start of the race. Steve Loom.
All right, I got Tim out there. I got Boris out there. I'm looking for some more turn marshals, please.
45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, got Tony making his way up. How's it looking, Ray?
15 seconds to the start
Oh.
of the race. Less than 5.
Okay, we got Saloni with some technical difficulties. We'll wait a second, see if he can get that operational.
Tony Wilson.
Hey, Tony, is that what I think it is? Ah. I was gonna say, that car looks like it's cornering a little different tonight. All right, got one more driver on the way, guys. One more driver. Well, hey, Ray, I can throw you in the next one. I'll throw you in the next one if you're good to go. All right, folks, we are going to go live loop. Loop is live, drivers. All right, all my drivers on track are on the clock. Careful on the back straight. All clear, all clear. All right, fastest car on lap number 1, Tony El Tigre Wilson with a 17.6. Everybody else 18s and beyond. There's big trouble in the cinnamon roll, guys. Careful in the cinnamon roll. It's like a graveyard. Guys are celebrating Halloween a little bit early. All right, 55 seconds in, 2 laps in the books. Right now, it's Tony, Kyle, David, Art, Jordan, and Steve, your running order so far. Oh, helping the cinnamon roll. Oh. All right, a $1.10 in, 4:50 to go. El Tigre still out front. He's driving the blue, yellow, and white. Got Jordan Rivera moving into the 2 spot, but putting it on its lid, unfortunately. So we will see what lap number 5 has to say about that. Yes, most of these, yep, everybody's now working lap number 5. Fastest lap so far, Tony Wilson, 17.1. He's having fun. Right now, Tony Wilson on a 21-lap pace. Got Art Cardinale currently on a 19, Kyle on an 18, Steve and Jordan also on 18s, and we got Noel on a 17-lapper. 2 minutes down, 4 minutes to go. Plenty of time left in this one. Fastest lap remains Tony, 17-1. That last time by, 17-4 for your race leader. 17-2 that time around. I don't know if it's quite as fast as the previous car yet, but give Tony some time. He'll get it there. All right, 2:30 down, 3:30 to go. Art Cardinale going 17-6 that time around. Steve going 17-8. Jordan with a fast time of 17-4. We got 3:20 remaining. Tony with another 17-1. 17-2 for Tony that time around. His pace now at 21:09. He is currently 13 seconds up on Cardinale. We got Art 3 seconds ahead of Steve. Steve 1.1 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 3.9 ahead of Kyle. And Kyle 7.8 ahead of David. All right, Tony Wilson now 17-0. Way to go. So Wilson resetting fast time. This one might even be faster. We'll see what the stopwatch says here. 17-3. Well, way to be. 2:30 to go, drivers. Whoa, got a tumbler. All right, race 3 is coming up next. We got 2:25 left in this one. Tony, Art, Steve, Jordan, David, Kyle, your full running order. All right, Wilson setting the bar here, 21:08. Cardinale 2016, Leung 19:02. Rabara going 19:19. Nolan 18:06, and Howard 18:15. Got 2 minutes left in this one, drivers. 2 to go. All right, a minute 45 remains in this one. Tony, Art, Steve, Jordan, David, Kyle, your full running order. Fast lap remains the same, 17-0 from Tony Wilson. A minute 25 remains, drivers. Ooh, there it is. Tony Wilson, 16-9. Doing just fine. All right, so Mr. Wilson adjusting to that British vehicle. I think he found in the pits earlier that if he talked to it with a British accent, the car works better. Yeah, you guys got to try that with your Schumachers. 50 seconds to go. Tony Wilson, Art Cardinale, Steve Leung, Jordan Rabar, David Noel, and Kyle Howard, your full running order. Tony, 15 seconds up on Art. Art, 3.5 up on Steve. Steve, 9.5 up on Jordan. Jordan, 5.8 ahead of David. And David, 14 up on Kyle. We got 30 seconds left, drivers. Race number 3, be ready to go. All right, 15 seconds remaining. Got race 3 coming up next, guys. Keep on going. Keep on going, drivers. Keep on going. All right, Kyle, you are done. Art, you are done. David, you are done. Steve, you're done. Jordan, you're done. And one more, Uno Mas. That'll be a race, drivers. Tony Wilson, 21:15. Got Art going 2011. Steve, 2016. Jordan, 1911. David, 1915. Kyle, 1808. All right, race number 3. The track is yours. This one will be Nelson, Omar, Eric, Kevin, Jeff, Andrew, Lass, and Ray.
Lass Lundberg.
All right, looks like Kevin Allen also driving a
Bisciutin.
British car.
Nelson B. Ray Cilioni, Kevin Allen, Omar Man and Salsa, Andrew Montez.
All right, I am looking for turn marshals, drivers from race number 2.
Too soon
I'm
Junior.
looking for Tony, Art, Steve, Jordan, David, and Kyle.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Second wall ride, guys. Be careful. Oh, we got one really wedged in there.
45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I assume I have someone in the corner over here. Tony, I got someone over here, right?
15
Okay.
seconds to the start of the race.
All right, everybody's checked in. Got my marshals.
Less than 5.
Actually, Dave, can I get you in this corner over here, please? Awesome. All right, we got our marshals in positions. We are about ready to go racing, drivers. Loop live in less than 5. All right, when you cross your time, we'll begin. All right, everybody's being scored. First lap, Omar going 17.2. Jeff a 17.9. Ray 17.9. Kevin an 18.6. Andrew a 17.1. Eric a 17.5. Lass an 18.1. And Nelson an 18.9. Fastest car in the opening lap, Andrew Montez driving the white, red, and gray. All right, we're working lap number 2 here for the most part. Some of the guys on lap 3 already. All right, now everybody on lap 3. Right now it is Eric Vasutin out front, followed by Andrew, Lass, Omar, Jeff, Kevin, Omar. Yeah, things are starting to shift a bit. A little early to be announcing the order, I suppose. Got 1 minute down, 5 minutes left. Eric Vasutin out front. He is on a 21.09. Got Andrew Montez 21.13, Jeff Miranda 21.15, Omar 21.16. A minute 25 in, 4:35 to go. All right, 1:35 in, 4:25 remaining. Eric, Omar, Andrew, Jeff, Nelson, Kevin, Lass, and Ray, your full running order. All right, everyone in this group, 18.0 or faster. Actually, scratch that. 17.8 or faster. Got Vasutin and Montez 17.1 so far. Ooh, 17.0 for Montez that time around. Got Omar going 17.2. Got Jeff at 17.3. Nelson 17.3. Got both Kevin and Ray at 17.5 and Lass at 17.8. 2:15 in, 3:45 left, drivers. Right now, it's Andrew, Eric, Omar, Jeff, Nelson, Kevin, Lass, Ray, your full running order. Got Montez 0.8 ahead of now Omar Manansala. Manansala a 10th up on Eric. Eric a 10th up on Jeff. Jeff is 1.8 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 0.7 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 6 seconds up on Lundberg. And, wow, Lundberg and Saloni very close. 3:15 to go, drivers. Gonna be Eric Vasutin taking over the lead once again. His pace of 21.11. That time by a 17.1 for your race leader. Got Omar 21.13, Jeff a 20 flat, Nelson 20 flat, Kevin 20.01, Andrew 20.02, Lass a 20.13, and Ray a 20.14. Spread amongst fast lap in our group is not much at all. Careful, back straight, right in the middle, back straight, right in the middle. All clear, all clear. So, Our fastest fast lap, a 17.0. Our slowest fast lap, a 17.6. So everyone in this group pretty close on pace. We got 2:25 to go, drivers. Eric Vesuten remains your race leader. He's driving the blue, green, flow red, and gray. Omar Manansala in the 2 spot, keeping it extra spicy, driving the silver, orange, and blue. Andrew Montez in the 3 spot, running the red and white. Jeff Miranda in the 4, driving the many shades of blue. We got 2 minutes to go, drivers. Race leader going 17.0, Eric Vesuten with the new fast lap. 1:50 to go, drivers. Eric, Omar, Andrew, followed by Jeff Nelson. We got a couple of close battles here. We got Eric 3 seconds up on Omar. Omar 0.8 ahead of Andrew. Andrew 0.6 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 3 seconds ahead of Kevin. Kevin 3.3 ahead of Lass. Yeah, Lass now half a second back of Nelson, so it's a close battle between those two. All right, we got $1.20 to go, drivers. Yeah, everyone in this group now 17.5 or faster. Minute 10 to go, 70 seconds remain. This time around, Vesuten 4.6 ahead of Montez. Montez 1.1 ahead of Manansala. We got 1 minute to go, drivers. $50 seconds remaining. 5:02 go. So Vesuten 21:08. TQ pace in the works. Montez 21:14, Omar 21:15, Kevin 20 flat, Jeff 20:01, Nelson 20:06, Last 20:10, and Ray almost on a 20 himself. Ray just set a new fast lap for himself, 17.2. Yes, it's true. 15 seconds to go, drivers. All right, time is about to expire. The end is near. End of the race, that is. Jeff, you are done. Jeff Miranda, first car to finish. Oh, trouble up front. Omar, you're done. Eric, you're done. Lass, you're done. Ray, you're done. Andrew, you're done. Kevin, you're done. That will be a race, drivers. All right, Eric Vesuten taking that one, 21:09. Omar goes 21:15. Andrew, 21:18. Kevin, a 21:21. Miranda, 20:01. B, a 20:05. Lundberg, 20:08. And Saloni, 20:15. Actually, Ray set his fast lap on the final lap, 17:0. Way to go. I hope it's faster, Eric.
Eric Gonzalez. Bryant Marafunte. BP. George Lynn.
Careful on the straight, guys. Entering the straight. Careful entering the straight.
Barry Soppet. Robert Del Visco.
All right, looking for a check on Andrew Knoll.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, I got my marshals out here.
"45 seconds to
All
the
right,
start of the
these guys
race."
are looking ready to go. Last call for Andrew Knoll. Not here. Okay. All right, well, we're going racing. Loop will be live in less than 5.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Loop is alive. It's alive and well. Oh, a little trouble for Perea. All right, we got Barry going 17-0, Bryant a 16-9, Brandon a 21-0, George with a 16-5, Robert 17-8, and Eric 17-3. All right, 40 seconds down. Mirafuente, lap 2 is 16-0. Way to go. So, Mirafuente representing the yellow and blue crew, running that Spoon Honda Schumacher. A little bit of Japanese-British fusion there, if you will. All right, 105 down, 4:55 to go. Right now it's Mirafuente, Sape, Gonzalez, Lynn, Perea, and Del Visco. Mirafuente currently on a 22-lap run. Got Barry also on a 22-lapper. George on a 21.05, Eric 21.06, Brandon 20.02, and Robert 19.10. Got a minute 30 down, 4:30 remaining in this one. This is race number 4 of the round. All right, Bryant, Barry, George, Eric, Brandon, Robert, your 4 running order so far. Fast lap, Mirafuente is 16.0. He's driving the yellow and blue car. Blue nose, yellow tail. Got George Lynn, the 2-spot, driving the solid orange. Eric Gonzalez in the 3, black and gold. Got Barry out there running the fluorescent red and blue. Brandon Perea running the orange with the gray midsection. And we got Robert out there also running a yellow and blue car. Mostly yellow with a blue center. Call it the lemon blueberry. Careful in the chicane, guys. Oh, careful again in the chicane. All clear. We got 240 down, 320 remaining. Right now, Mirafuente on a 22.14. Got George almost on a 22, 21.01 at the moment. Got Brandon going 21.08, Eric 21.10, Barry 20.02, Robert 20.12. Bryant, George, Brandon, Eric, Barry, Robert, the current running order. Got 3 minutes down and 3 minutes to go. So we got Mirafuente currently 5 seconds ahead of Lynn. We got Lynn 0.8 ahead of Perea. Brandon is 0.7 ahead of Eric. We got Gonzalez 3.5 up on Soppet, and Soppet 8.6 ahead of Del Visco. 2:30 to go, drivers. All right, fast lap. Mirafuente still 16.0. We got Lynn 16.5, Perea 16.9. Soppet also is 16.9. Gonzalez is 17.0, and Del Visco 17.5. 2:10 remains in this one, drivers. Race leader is making his way out of the cinnamon roll over the final double, now onto the back straight. Your second place car making his way over the front tabletop into Crosstown through the cinnamon roll. Got $1.50 to go, drivers. Mirafuente, Lynn, Gonzalez, Perea, Soppet, Del Visco. Mirafuente 5.6 up on Lynn. Lynn 3 ahead of Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0.6 ahead of Perea. BP 3.8 up on Soppet. And Soppet currently 10 seconds up on Del Visco. Got minute 25 left in this one, drivers. All right, this is race number 4, so this is the final race of round number 1. We'll go into a brief practice period between rounds. Got 105 on the clock, drivers. Mirafonte 22:11, Lynn 21:01, Gonzalez 21:06, Perea 21:07, Soppet 21:11, and Del Visco 20:06. 45 seconds remaining, drivers. All right, round two. Let's try to get round two started sometime between 7:20 and 7:25. That is the range we are aiming for. 25 seconds left. Trouble in the chicane. And that is your second place car. 10 seconds left, drivers. Keep on going. I will let you guys know when you're done. Brandon, you are done. Barry, you're done. George, you're done. Bryant, you're done. Robert, you're done. And Eric, you're done. That will be a race. Round one in the books. Mirafonte sets the TQ at a 22:10. George goes 21:03. Eric 21:05. Brandon 21:06. Barry 21:11. And Robert 20:05. All right, in case you guys are wondering, round number one is in the books. Our top 10 buggies so far going to be Bryant 1, George 2, Eric 3, Brandon 4, Eric Vasutin 5, Barry 6, Tony 7, Omar 8, Andrew 9, and Kevin 10. All right, folks, let's get the next round started sometime between 7:20 and 7:25. In the meantime, track is open for practice. We're looking in between 7:20 and 7:25 for round two.
Andrew Montes. $19.6. $19.5. 1 minute to the start of the race. $21.7. 45 seconds to the start of the race. $30 seconds to the start of the race. 20.4. 15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5. $31 flat. $19.3. George Lynn. $17.4. 22.1. $16.6. 21.3. $18.8. 19.2. 14.6. 18.5. 17.4. 18.8. 16.6. 19.4. 16.6. 16.6. 19.9. 16.4. 20.9. 17 flat. 24.9. 16.6. 18.7. 16.5. 'Chef Dave. 20.5. 20.7. 27.1. 21 flat. 107.4. 19-2. 18-9. 20.3. 20.2. 19-4. 25.5. 115.1. 31.5. George Lynn. Nineteen 4. 20.7. 16-9. 'Boris Morales. 20.2. 24.7. 27.9. 18-7. 16-5. 19-8. 20.9. 18-5. 16-6. 18-9. 20.2. 16-9. 18-5. 17 flat. 20.5. 18-7. 17-2. 21.6. 16-5. 1, 0.6. 17-9. 18-8. 18-3. 16-8. 18 flat.
All right, folks, it's about that
16-6.
time. Let's get round number 2 on the road. All right, race number 1 will be Tim, Boris, Dave, Nick, Ron, Noah, and Ryan. Turn marshals will be race number 4. My marshals will be Bryant, George, Eric,
Blue.
Brandon, Barry, Robert, and Andrew. Race number 1, you guys are up.
Tim Albert. Ryan Randall.
All right, got some of my racers up on the driver's stand. Looks like we got Dave, Ron, Boris, Tim, Ryan, and Noah. Almost everybody. All right, I see Mr. Knoll walking in with a burrito. So,
Ron
I guess
Williams.
this is the final Wednesday that El Taco Loco will be servicing San Jose. He's moving. I heard he was moving to Merced, so yeah, we wish Taco Loco the best of luck in their future endeavors. They've been a good taco truck. And my Wednesday night ritual will come to an end. See what we get for Wednesday next week.
Nick Chavez.
All right, I got Bryant, I got Eric, I got Brandon, I got George. Do we got Barry and Robert out there? Is there somebody in this corner here? Okay. If I can get somebody actually in this corner over here, yeah. This is the danger zone. Speaking of danger zone, we got Top Gun coming up here. What a segue. So Top Gun's coming up. Yeah, I like that idea. No quads, though. We don't do quads here. Just triples. All right, so Top Gun's coming up. The on-road edition will be November 30th and December 1st. The off-road edition will be December 8th. All right, got everybody ready to race here. So Loop is going live. Okay, everybody's on the clock here. Round number 2 off to a start. All right, folks. It looks like your fastest opening lap will be Tim Albert, 17.5. All right, your running order so far: Tim, Nick, Ryan, Dave, Ron, Noah, and Boris. We got 1 minute down, 5 minutes to go. Careful on the back straight. Go wide. All clear, all clear. Whoa. All right. Got Nick Chavez currently up front. Now it's Ryan Randall. Things are changing around. It's still early. 1:30 down. 4:30 to go. Little help up front. Thank you, EG. All right. Randall back to the front. Followed by Williams, Chavez, Albert, Kreider, Morales, and Blum. We got 4:10 remaining here. Ryan Randall currently on a 19:05 for pace. Careful going crosstown, guys. Careful going crosstown. Careful in the cinnamon roll. Got one down in the cinnamon roll. All right, coast is relatively clear. All right, Ryan Randall 19:03. Tim on a 19:11. Dave 18:08. Nick 18:14. Ron also 18:14. Boris is 17:12, and Noah 16:04. Got 2:30 down, 3:30 to go, drivers. Fast lap so far, Tim Albert 17:0. Way to go. All right, 3:15 remains. Tim Albert another 17:0. That propels him to the top of the leaderboard. Right now, Tim Albert on 19:06. Ryan going 19:15. Dave in 18:02. Nick 18:07. Ron 18:09. Boris 18:17. And Noah 16:12. Right now, Tim is 6 seconds up on Ryan. Ryan 2 seconds up on Dave. Dave 4.5 up on Ron. Ron 1 second ahead of Nick. Nick 0.4 ahead of Boris. We got 2:40 to go, drivers. Right now, Albert's pace 20:18. In round one, he won a 20:06. Your big improver this round is going to be Ryan Randall. He's currently on a 19:14. 2:15 remaining, drivers. Tim, Ryan, Boris, followed by Dave, Ron, Nick, and Noah. Two minutes to go, drivers. Careful in the chicane. Careful in the chicane once again. All right, coast is relatively clear. Got $1:45 to go, racers. Tim Albert, 19 flat, now the pace to beat in this qualifier. Got Boris going 19:17, Ryan 18:04, Dave 18:04, Ron now 18:04. Got Nick 18:11 and Noah 16:09. $120 remaining. Oh, a little tumble there from Boris. All right, I think you're good to go. Lap time will tell the tale. Yeah, that works. 1 minute to go, drivers. Tim, Boris, Ron, followed by Dave, Ryan, Nick, and Noah. Right now, it's Tim on a 20:15, Boris 19:15, Ron 18:02, Dave 18:03, Ryan also 18:03, Nick 18:08, and Noah 16:02. We got 35 seconds left in this one. This is race number 1 of round number 2. We'll be going into race number 2 up next. "20 seconds remain. Race number 2, be ready to go. All right, we're getting down to the final moments here. Keep on going. Do not stop yet. I'll let you guys know when you are done. Ron, you are done. Boris, you're done. Nick, you're done. Ryan, you're done. Dave, you're done. Dos Mas. All right, Noah, you're done, and Tim, you're done. That'll be a race, guys. Albert takes this one, 2015. Morales, 1911. Williams, 1802. Kreider, 1804. Chavez, 1804. Randall, 1811. And Blum, a 1716. All right, folks, I'm going to need you to put your cars down. Come on out and turn marshal. Up next is race number 2. All right, up in this one, it's going to be Wilson Cardinale, Leung, Rabara, Knoll, and Howard.
AJ Cardinale. David Newell. Steve Leung. Kyle Howard. Tony Wilson.
All right, I need a little help over on the West Coast. I need some marshaling assistance on the left side of the track. All right, I got Tim out there. I got Boris. Looks like Nick's on the
Jordan
way
Rivera.
to the West Coast.
1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, we got our marshals making their way out here. Got everybody checked in.
30
All right,
seconds to
folks.
the start of the
Oh.
race.
Got Wilson splitting the uprights there. It's good. All right, looks like these guys are ready to go, so loop is going live. All right, when you cross the line, your time will begin. Whoa. A little tumbler there. All right, everybody's officially on the clock here. All right, we got Steve going 21-0, David an 18-8. Art going 19-3. Wilson a 17-9. Rabara a 17-8. And Kyle with a 20.1. All right, 45 seconds in, 5:15 remains. Jordan Rabara, fastest opening lap, but trouble in the cinnamon roll. Right in that nougaty center. Wilson lap 2, a 17-3. Way to be. All right, we got 1 minute down, 5 minutes to go. Right now, it's Tony, Art, David, Kyle, Steve, and Jordan. Oh, looks like mechanical problems there for Dr. Knoll. We got minute 30 down, 4:30 to go. Right now, it's Tony Wilson out front, 21-12 for pace. Art going 20-08, Steve a 19-01, Jordan an 18-01, Kyle 18-12. And right now, David Knoll pulling it into the garage. We got 2 minutes down and 4 minutes remaining now. We got Tony 6.9 ahead of Steve. Steve 0.7 ahead of Art. Art 3.6 up on Jordan. And Jordan 9 up on Kyle. Got 3:45 remaining in this one. This is race number 2 here. Fastest lap so far, Tony Wilson, 17.3. Round 1, I think he did a 16.9. All right, we got 3:30 to go, drivers. That time around, Tony going 17 deuce. So Tony, Steve, Art, Jordan, Kyle, still your running order here. Got 3:10 to go. Wilson with a 17.8 there. His pace now 21:10. Steve 2011, Art 2014, Jordan 2016, and Kyle 18:17. Close battle amongst our second, third, and fourth place cars, Steve, Art, and Jordan. All three of those guys separated by about 1.7. Right now it's Steve holding down the 2 spot, driving the white and yellow car. Got Art running the orange, yellow, white, and black. And we got Jordan out there running the pink and gray. 2:30 remains in this one, drivers. Yeah, Tony Wilson still leading this one, 21:09 the pace. And yeah, actually Tony on a faster pace than he finished round 1 at. So if Tony can keep this pace where it is, he will improve. All right, 2 minutes left, drivers. Tony Wilson now 21:08. So that would put him 5th overall. The next car ahead on the leaderboard at the moment, Brandon at 21:06. Still within striking distance here. Let's see what happens over the last minute 45. Tony, Art, Steve, Jordan, Kyle, your running order. Wilson at 21:08, Cardinale 2010, Leung 2011, Jordan also 2011, Kyle on an 18. Got minute 30 to go, drivers. All right, your 2 gainers right now. Tony Wilson, Steve Leung, and Jordan Rabar are looking to put their cars further up the leaderboard. Minute 10 to go. 70 seconds remaining. That second place battle is still close. Got Jordan 0.2 ahead of Art and Art 0.2 ahead of Steve. It's going to come down to the final lap potentially. 55 seconds left. Tony Wilson 21:08. That would move him 2 spots up the leaderboard. Jordan currently on 20:08. That would move him 5 spots up. Got Art currently 20:07. That would move him a couple spots up. Steve on a 20:08. That would move him 1 spot up. We got 25 seconds to go, drivers. Tony, Art, Jordan, Steve, Kyle, your remaining contestants in this one. Race number 3, be ready to go. Oh, I didn't see it, but I felt it. All right, Steve, you are done. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. Art, you're done. Tony, you're done. Jordan, you're done. One more, guys. Uno Mas. And Kyle, you're done. That'll be a race, guys. Tony Wilson going 21:07, moving him into the 5 spot overall. Got Art Cardinale going 20:06. Steve going 20:07. Jordan 20:07 as well. And Kyle 18:13. All right, folks, I'm going to need you all to come out and turn marshal. Race number 3. You are up.
Lasse Lundberg. Kevin Allen. Too Soon Jr. Andrew Montez. Nelson B.
Oh, man, Omar in a dangerous situation there. Living on the edge.
Eric Vasiodine. Omar Man and Salsa.
All right, got everybody checked in. Got Kyle out there. Got Jordan. I got Art.
1 minute
got
to the
Tony on
start
the way.
of the race.
I got David out there. All right, well,
45
checked in.
seconds
Let
to
you
the
guys
start of the race.
got a moment to get settled in here.
$30 to the
All
start
right,
of
I'm
the
starting
race.
to see cars pull aside. That signifies they're ready to go. All right, we'll let these last 3 cars go by for one more if you wish. All right, folks, we are going live loop. Loop will be
15
live
seconds
in
to the
less
start
than
of the
5. Here we go. This is race 3, round 2. Here on another Wednesday here at NorCal Hobbies. Buggy Wednesday. Okay, everybody's officially on the clock here. God, let's see, Andrew going 16.8, Omar 17.3, Eric 18.0, Kevin 17.7, Jeff an 18.0, Nelson 17.2, and last with the 17.4. Fastest runner on lap number 1 going to be Andrew Montez at that 16.888. All right, 45 seconds in, 5:15 remaining. All right, 2 laps in the books for about everybody. Andrew on top of the leaderboard. He is on a 22-lap pace so far, 22:12 to be exact. Got Nelson in the 2 spot, followed by last Omar, Eric, Kevin, Jeff. All right, $1:15 down, 4:45 to go. Montez right now 1.3 up on B. Got B 0.4 ahead of Manansala. Manansala 1.2 ahead of Lumberg. Lumberg 0.056 ahead of Allen. Got Allen 0.033 ahead of Miranda, and Miranda 0.2 ahead of Vasutin. Still very close here. We got 140 down. All right, 150 down, 4:10 to go. Right now it's Montez 22:15, Manansala 21:05, B 21:07, Miranda 21:12, Lumberg 21:12, Vasutin 21:15, and Allen 21:15. So Montez 2.5 seconds in front. Omar, everybody else very close here on the leaderboard. We got 220 down, 340 to go. Fastest lap so far, Andrew Montez, a 16.7. Got Eric Vasutin, a 16.9. Omar Manansala, a 16.9. Everybody else, low 17s. Oh, careful back straight. All clear. 3:15 remaining here. Right now, it is Andrew, Omar, Nelson, Eric, Last, Jeff, and Kevin. Got Montez 22:16. Oh, falling off there, 21 flat now. Vasutin up to the 2 spot, 21:10. B at a 21:11. Manansala 21:12. Miranda 21:12. Allen also 21:12. And Lumberg right with them, 21:14. We got 2:45 remaining drivers. Andrew holding down a 4.5 second lead on Eric. Got Eric 0.3 ahead of Nelson, 0.7 ahead of Omar, who is 0.5 ahead of Kevin, who is 0.6 ahead of Lass. Lass is 0.8 ahead of Jeff. So very tight spread amongst our field here. Got 2:25 remaining. Andrew, Eric, Nelson, your top 3. And right now, your gainers, Andrew Montez, looking to move his car 7 spots up the leaderboard. We got Nelson looking to move up 4 spots. Lumberg looking to move up 6 spots. That's if the pace maintains here. We got 2 minutes to go. Andrew, Eric, Omar, Nelson, Kevin, Lass, and Jeff, your full running order for this one. Got a minute 40 remaining. Race leaders running the red and white. Second place is running the blue, green, gray, and flow red. Omar in the 3 spot, driving the silver, orange, and blue. 125 remains, drivers. Andrew, Eric, Omar, followed by Nelson, Kevin, Last, Jeff. 75 seconds left. Andrew's pace 21:02, Eric 21:08, Omar 21:10, Nelson 21:11, Kevin 21:12, Last 21:13, and Jeff 21:15. Got 1 minute to go, drivers. Oh, we need a little help in cinnamon roll. 50 seconds left, drivers. 5:02 go. $40 seconds left. $30 to go. Right now, it's a close battle between Omar, Eric, and Nelson. Omar's pace 21:09, Eric 21:10. 15 seconds to go, drivers. Right now, .098 between Vasutin and Manansala. Keep going, guys. Time's about to expire, but keep on going. I will announce when you are done. Andrew Montez, you are done. Kevin Allen, you are done. Eric Vasutin, you are done. Omar Manansala, you're done. Everybody else is still live. Nelson, you're done. Jeff, you're done. And Lass, you're done. That'll be a race. Andrew going 21:03. That'll put him second overall. Got Eric going 21:09. Omar 21:10. Nelson 21:12. Lass 21:15. Jeff 21:17 and Kevin 20:01. All right, we're moving into race number 4. Final race in qualifying.
Eric Gonzalez, George Lynn, Robert Del Visco, Bryant Mirafuente.
You know,
BP.
Bryant, I've been trying to train the computer how to say Mirafuente. It's not working out yet. All right, I got my marshals making their way to the racing
Barry
surface.
Soppet,
Careful on the left side of the course, guys. 2 down in the rhythm.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, well, looks like you guys are for the most part ready to go, so we're going live loop. Okay, everybody is officially on the clock. All right, Mirafuente starts off hot with a 16-1. Barry 16-9, Eric 17-6, Robert 17-7, Brandon 17-7, and George with the 16-6. Okay, we got 35 seconds in, a little trouble in the chicane. Lap 2, George going 16-3. Way to be. All right, we got 55 seconds down. Right now, it is going to be George, Barry, Eric, Brandon, Bryant, and Robert, your full running order. Careful in the chicane, guys. All clear, all clear. Right now, George, 3 laps in. He's on a 22-lap pace, 22:02. Deep into the 22s. If he gets any faster, it might be a 23. All right, $125 in, 4:35 remaining. Right now, it's George, 22:04, Barry, 22:16, Eric, 21:13, Bryant, a 20 flat, Brandon, a 20:03, and Robert, 20:08. Right now, George is 3.3 ahead of Barry, who is 2.3 up on Eric. Eric is 1.2 up on Bryant. Bryant, 1.8 ahead of Brandon. And we got Brandon, 1.4 ahead of Robert. We got 2 minutes down. 4 minutes left, drivers. George, Barry, Bryant, followed by Eric, Robert, and Brandon. Your full running order here. 2:15 down, 3:45 left. Race leader driving the orange car. Second place is going to be the blue and fluorescent red. Third place will be the yellow and blue. All right, 2:30 down, 3:30 left. George Lynn right now 4.1 seconds ahead of the second place car. Got Barry 1.4 ahead of Bryant. Bryant is 3.5 up on Brandon. Brandon 1/10 of a second ahead of Robert. Robert half a second up on Eric. Okay, folks, we are approaching halfway here. Just about 3 minutes down and just about 3 minutes to go. George Lynn's pace, 22:11, just shy of TQ. Round number 1, Bryant went a 22:10. Right now, George 22:11, Barry 21:03, Bryant at 21:04, Robert 21:15, Eric also 21:15, and Brandon, you guessed it, 21:15. All right, 2:30 to go, drivers. Mirafuente now up to the 2 spot, just 0.2 of a second ahead of Barry. Got 2:20 to go, drivers. Race leader George Lynn driving the orange car back to a 22:10. He's inching closer to that TQ pace. Got Bryant on a 21:01, Barry 21:03, Brandon 21:12, Erica 21:13, and Robert 21:14. Just under 2 minutes remaining. So George is currently 3.6 ahead of Bryant. Bryant is 3.1 ahead of Barry. Barry 4.7 up on Brandon. Brandon 1.2 ahead of Robert. And Robert is 2.1 up on Eric. Got a minute 35 to go. That was interesting. Over the tabletop, Mirafuente's car just hanging in the air. Very, very interesting. We got a minute 20 to go. All right, a minute 10 remaining. Right now, George 22:11.5. TQ set at 22:10.3. Let's see what he can do. We got a minute to go. George just needs a little over a second. All right, gained 0.2 that time around. His pace now 6:11.3. 35 seconds to go. 30 seconds. It's a 6:10.8 now. So let's see what George can do. It's going to come down to the very end here. George is very close to a TQ pace. So close he can taste it. So, we're getting closer here. George is going to need a couple of stellar laps to close out this run. Time has expired, but please keep on going. Do not stop. All right, it comes down to this. TQ hangs in the balance. All right, Bryant, you're done. Barry, you're done. Brandon, you're done. George, you're done. And Robert, you're done. All right, so TQ of round 1 was set at a 22.610.3. George Lynn goes a 22.610.0 to take TQ. All right, so George going 22.610. Bryant at 21.03. Barry 21.04. Brandon 21.10. Robert 21.15. Eric in 16 laps in the books. All right, so your top 5 drivers going into the main event round going to be George, Bryant, Andrew Montez, Barry, and Eric Gonzalez. All right, I'll get the main event sorted out here. We'll get the main start about 8:15. Sometime between 8:10 and 8:15. Be ready to go.
Nick Chavez.
All right, guys, our main lineup. Our D-man event, which will be race number 1. That'll be Dave and Dave out front. Dave Kreider, David Knoll, Nick Chavez, Ron Williams, Kyle Howard, Ryan Randall, and Noah Blum. That'll be race number 1, our D group. Race number 2, the C group, will be Jeff, Kevin, Art, Tim, Steve, Jordan, and Boris. Our B group tonight will be Tony, Eric, Omar, Nelson, Lass, and Robert. And our A group for the night will be George, Bryant, Andrew, Barry, Eric, and Brandon. George, are you going to make it for the mans? Okay. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so for most of the mans, we're going to be taking up 1 bump up. I'm thinking the A-main we might take 2, though. All right, guys, we'll get the main event started in about 10 minutes. Once again, first race up will be Dave, Nick, Ron, Kyle, Ryan, and Noah. In the meantime, I'll put the practice timer on.
Andrew Newell. George Lynn. .1 Nick Chavez. 16-6. 18-4. 16-6. 27.7. 18-2. 34.6. 39.2. 16-7. 16-5. 16-6. 16-3. 'Kevin Allen. 16-4. 18-2. 18-3. 17-6. 16-9. 17-3. 16-7. 18-3. 17-2. Eric Gonzalez. 16-7. 17-3. 16-6. 16-9. 119.7. 16.6. 17.3. 17.9. 17 flat. 18.8. 16.9. 16.6. 16.8. 17.2. 18.2. 17.8. 17.6. 17.6. 16.8. 17.1. 17.9. 17.2. 17.2. 26.1. 16.9. 17.4. 17 flat. 17 flat. 17.6. 'Noah Bloom. 17.2. 20 flat. 17.1. 17-1. Ryan Randall. $29.6. $25.5. $22.2.
All right, folks, it's about that
Very
time.
solid.
We're getting the main event started here. All right, race number 1 is going to be Dave, Nick, Ron, Kyle, Ryan, and Noah. All right, getting race number 1 on track. Got Ryan up there. Also got Noah Guy. All right, we got Dr. Noel making his way to the racing surface. Got Chef Dave Kreider taken to the driver's stand.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right,
Chef Dave.
our marshals will be the A-man drivers. My turn marshals will be George, Bryant, Andrew, Barry, Eric, Brandon.
45 seconds to the start of the race. David Newell. Ron Williams. $30
All
to the
right,
start
looking
of
for
the
my
race.
A-man drivers. I got George. I got Andrew.
Kyle
I got
Howard.
Mir Fuente on his way.
$15 seconds to the start of the
All
race.
right, I'm looking for Barry, Eric, Brandon. Barry, Eric, and Brandon.
Less than 5.
Oh, we got Ron Williams hanging out in the pumpkin patch. Well, I'm glad to see somebody move the pumpkins away from the apex. It's probably a good idea. All right, I got everybody checked in. Everybody doing warm-up laps here. All right, guys, let's line them up. Let's line those cars up. We're going to put Dave Kreider on the 1 spot, Dave Knoll on the 2, Nick Chavez on the 3, Ron Williams on the 4, Kyle Howard on the 5, Ryan Randall on the 6, and Noah Blum on the 7. Yeah, Chavez on the 3. Don't be shy. Perfect. All right, we got grid. We got marshals. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. Crowd ready. We are going racing here. Whoa. Nick's obviously ready. All right, drivers. We are going racing here. Less than 5. And they're off. We got Kreider leading them through the chicane. Through the rhythm section. And approaching the tabletop. Got a couple of tumblers there. All right, Kreider continues to lead. Leading him to completion of the first lap. Got David Knoll just half a second back. Ryan Randall holding down the 3 spot. Followed by Noah, Nick, Kyle, and Ron. We got 30 seconds down. Our leaders through the cinnamon roll. Over that final double. And now down the back straight. Dave Kreider driving a green and white car out front. Being pursued by the orange and white of David Knoll. Your 3rd spot. Ooh, big error there for Ryan Randall. Double R holding down the 3 spot just ahead of Noah. All right, folks, we got 1 minute down, 5 minutes to go. Dave Kreider resets fast lap 18.5. He's looking alive. Ooh, a little too much air over the tabletop. That's going to allow the other Dave to inch in just a bit closer. All right, 1:15 down, 4:45 remains. Oh, Battle of the Daves continues on with Knoll pulling ahead. Kreider's still in the 2 spot. Got a minute 30 down, 4:30 go. Dave Knoll, that is, getting it up on 2 wheels, allowing Kreider by. Down the back straight they go. Got $1.35 down, 4:25 remaining. They get tied together. That is going to put Ryan Randall to the 1 spot. We got ourselves a hornet's nest here. So Dave Kreider has a little bit of room to swing his elbows about. Meanwhile, the rest of these guys are beating each other up a little. We got 2 minutes down, 4 minutes to go. Long race ahead, drivers. Right now, it is going to be Ryan Randall out front. 2.7 seconds ahead of Dave Kreider. We got Kreider 1.9 ahead of Howard. Howard is 3.7 up on Blum. Got Noah half a second ahead of Ron at the line. And trouble in the chicane there. That was your race leader. Dave Kreider making a move back to the 1 spot. Those 2 cars over the tabletop. That's the battle to watch. Green and white versus blue, yellow, and white. We got Kyle Howard in that battle as well. 2:45 in, 3:15 to go. Right now, it's Dave, Ryan, Kyle, Noah, Nick, David, and Ron, your full running order. Kreider driving the green and white this week. Down the back straight he goes. This time by 2.3 ahead of Double R. Careful in the rhythm. And trouble for Dave. Dave and Davey get tied up. Need a little help at the rhythm section. 2:45 remaining. Right now it is Ryan Randall all by himself out front. Kreider clocks in about 4 seconds back. And Dave is only half a second ahead of Noah. Noah only 2 seconds up on Kyle. This one is far from over here, folks. A little trouble for Noah. That's going to allow Kyle to the 3. 2:20 remains. Ryan Randall Now 6 seconds up. Double R getting it done here. Blue, yellow, and white. Careful going cross down, guys. All clear, all clear. We got 2 minutes to go, drivers. Ryan, Dave, Noah, Kyle, Nick, Ron, David, your full running order. A minute 45 remains now. Oh, closest battle right now is going to be Nick versus Kyle versus Noah. That is blue and white versus magenta versus purple. $1:30 to go, drivers. Ryan Randall now 2.5 seconds up on Dave Kreider. Got Dave about 10 seconds up on the third place battle. And Kyle making a nice move there, but gets it wrong at the tabletop. Nick gets it wrong, and Kyle gets it wrong again. We got just over a minute to go, drivers. Oh, and looks like Ryan having some trouble there. That's going to allow Dave back to the top spot. They're just 0.8 of a second apart now. Kreider driving that green and white. Oh, Randall tries to put it to the inside. They get together. Oh, a little trouble for Ryan. We got 45 seconds left. This one is not over yet. 35 seconds remaining. Oh, a little trouble for Ryan. 25 seconds. And your other close battle is going to be Ron and Noah. A little trouble for Ron there. Noah gets tied up. 15 seconds left, drivers. Race number 2, RC group. Please be ready to go. 5 seconds left. All right, when you cross the line, you will be done. Dave Kreider going to move on to the C group. All right, everybody's done. Everybody's done. So it's going to be Dave Kreider moving on to the C group. Podium for this one will be Ryan, Kyle, and Nick. Ryan, Kyle, Nick, please grab your cars, head to the podium for a quick picture. All right, up
Kevin
in our
Allen.
C group tonight.
Too soon, Junior.
It's going to be Jeff, Kevin, Art, Tim, Steve, Jordan, Boris, and
AJ
Dave.
Cardinale. Steve Loom.
All right, podium for the previous race will be Ryan, Kyle, Nick.
Tim Albert.
All right,
Jordan
Boris needs a
Rivera.
minute. I think Boris has his mechanic on duty. He's putting that guy to work.
One minute to the start of the race.
I need a little help in the cinnamon roll, please. Exiting the cinnamon roll. Could I get some turn marshals, please?
45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the
All
start
right,
of the race.
looks like we got all of our racers now. Now I'm looking for all of our turn marshals. I got Kyle, I got Ryan, I got Ron.
Morris Morales.
I got one in the corner over here. That's David.
Chef Dave.
All right, folks, let's line them up on the back straight. We're going to put Jeff on the 1 spot, Kevin on the 2, Art 3, Tim 4, Steve 5, Jordan 6, Boris 7, and Dave 8. What Dave 8? We'll have to ask him in his post-race interview. Okay, grid is good. We got turn marshals, drivers ready, 6 minutes of racing ahead in less than 5. Here we go. Miranda leads them into the chicane. Oh, a little bit of commotion at the mid-pack. There are 2 yellow and white cars. You guys can't do that. Just kidding. 25 seconds in, we got Jeff Miranda out front. Kevin Allen up to the 2. Cardinale in the 3. Hey, leaders are making their way out of the cinnamon roll now. Careful entering the cinnamon roll. All clear, all clear. Jeff Miranda driving the many shades of blue out front. Looking to put that car in the B group. Got Kevin Allen 1.3 back of Jeff that last time by. Now it's up to 1.5. Allen 1.4 ahead of Rabara. Rabara 0.7 ahead of Cardinale. Cardinale about 3.5 seconds up on Boris. A little trouble there for Jordan. That's going to give Cardinale some breathing room now. 110 down, 450 remaining. Jeff and Kevin gap now down to 1.1. Art 2.3 back of second place. Then we got Jordan 2.1 behind Art. Boris 2.3 behind Jordan. Tim 0.8 behind Boris. Dave 2.4 back of Tim. And Steve 1.3 back of Dave. 130 down, 430 to go. Your race leader driving the blue car through that cinnamon roll. Second place driving the yellow nose, white tail. Cardinale driving the orange, yellow, black, and white. Trouble turn 1, guys. That is Jeff Miranda putting it on slid for a moment. Going blue side down. That will put Kevin up to the top spot. 2 minutes in, 4 minutes remain. Down the back straightaway they go. Oh, careful. Trouble in the rhythm section. We got one down. Ryan to the rescue. Flying Ryan making his way around the course quickly there. 2:25 in, 3:35 left. Kevin Allen holding it down out front. He's 2.3 up on Jeff. Jeff is 0.3 ahead of Art. Art 5 seconds up on Tim. Tim 1.4 ahead of Jordan. Trouble at the tabletop. And that is going to be Miranda putting it blue side down once again. 3:15 remains. Cardinale now up to the 2. Careful getting onto the straightaway, guys. Oh, in the middle. Careful in the middle, guys. Going crosstown. So Kevin Allen having a bobble there, which will put Cardinale to the front. Kevin only half a second back, though. Careful in the cinnamon roll, guys. All right, Coast is clearing up. Right now it's Cardinale, followed by Allen. Rabar up to the 3, Miranda in the 4, Albert 5, Morales 6, Leong 7, and Kreider 8. Got 2:35 left in this one, drivers. Cardinale right now 1 second ahead of Kevin. Looking like a little bit less this time around. We'll see what it is when they cross the line here momentarily. 0.4 now the gap between your race leaders. Got Jordan about 6 back of Kevin. Tim 0.7 back of Jordan. Oh, trouble up front, guys. All right, coast is clear. Careful, turn 1. All clear, all clear. 2 minutes remain. Art, Kevin, Jordan, Tim, followed by Boris, Steve, Jeff, Dave. Careful in the middle, guys. Going crosstown. All clear. Minute 45 remains. Your race leader, Art Cardinale, now 3.3 up on Kevin. Kevin 2.4 ahead of Jordan. Jordan just barely ahead of Tim Albert. Guy Albert 4.8 up on Morales. Boris 3.2 up on Steve. A minute 25 remains, drivers. Under 90 seconds to go. Cardinale making his way through that cinnamon roll. 2.9 ahead of Kevin last time by. We'll see what the gap is this time around. 2.4, so Kevin is pushing to try to catch up to that race leader. 1 minute left, drivers. 1 minute left. So last time by, Kevin Allen going 17.3. This time around, 17.4. He's 2.1 back of your leader with 45 seconds left. Cardinale looking smooth out front. 35 seconds remain. Two seconds now, the gap. 30 seconds to go. Other close battle here is going to be Jordan versus Tim. They've been less than a second apart for the last 3 minutes, it seems. 15 seconds remaining. Art and Kevin gap down to 1.7. 10 seconds left, though. I don't think they will get one more lap. But Kevin closing in a hurry here. Just a couple corners to go and a couple seconds left. Race to the line, guys. Cardinale finishes ahead of Allen by 0.2. Good race to the end there, guys. Got one more car. And that will be a race, drivers. All right, so making it to the B group, it is going to be Art Cardinale. Yes. I was going to bump two cars, but you're right. Yeah, screw it. Yeah.
Transponder 8262923.
All right, guys, I'm making an executive decision here. So we're going to bump Art and Kevin to the B group. So your podium for our last race will be Jordan, Tim, and Boris.
Nelson B. Omar Man and Salsa. Eric Vasiuddin. Robert Del Visco. Lasse Lundberg.
All right, podium for that last one is going to be, let me pull that up again. That'll be Jordan, Tim, Boris. Jordan, Tim, Boris, please take your cars to the podium for a quick picture. I might need one volunteer marshal for this one, just one.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, so as
45
previously
seconds to the start
stated,
of
I
the
will bump
race.
two cars out of this one to the A main. Since George left, Tony Wilson has successfully made the A main naturally. We'll still bump two out of this one to make an 8-car A main.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, Mr. Cardinale, can I get you to check in, please? All right, we need some turn marshals, guys. Need all the
15
drivers
seconds
from
to
the
the
last
start
one,
of the
maybe one
race.
volunteer.
AJ Cardinale. Kevin Allen. Less than 5.
Cool, and do I have someone here in after the final double? Hey, can I borrow one of you guys for a few minutes? Maybe get one more to the final double. Just borrow one person for a few minutes. Our lineup here is going to be Eric on the 1, Omar on the 2, Nelson 3, last 4, Robert 5, Art 6. Wait, did I say that right? Eric 1, Omar 2, Nelson 3, last 4, Robert 5, Art 6, Kevin 7. Can I borrow one person? One person. I need a little bit of help over here at the end of the last double. Thank you, Tony. All right, guys. So top 2 in this one will advance to the A main event. All right, drivers ready. Marshall's ready. Crowd ready. We are going racing here in less than 5. Here we go. All right, Vasutin leads them through that rhythm section. A little bobble at the tabletop, but it does not affect the running order. 15 seconds down. Down the back straight they go. Vasutin in the lead, followed by Omar, then last, followed by Robert, Nelson, Art, and Kevin. 30 seconds down. Still a tight battle here. Still got a buggy train going on. Vasutin now 0.9 ahead of Manansala. Manansala trying to hold off Lundberg and Del Visco. Now 45 seconds in, 5:15 to go. Del Visco hounding Lundberg here. Meanwhile, out front, Vasutin up by almost a second. Got Omar 0.8 ahead of last. Last 0.3 ahead of Robert. Robert 1.2 ahead of Art. Art 0.4 ahead of Kevin, who is about 5 up on Nelson. We got 4:50 to go, drivers. Fast lap so far. Cardinale is 17.2. He's all warmed up. 120 down. 440 remains. Top 2 starting to separate themselves from the pack. Cardinale up to the 3 spot. We got 130 down. 430 to go. This time around, Vasutin and Manansala half a second apart. They're about to cross the line once again. This time, 0.7 the gap. Fast lap now going to Manansala. 16.8. He's doing great. Top 2 advance. So right now, Vasutin and Manansala in the transfer positions. Behind them, we got Cardinale battling Allen, Lundberg, Del Visco, and B. We're 2 minutes down, 4 minutes to go, drivers. Top 2 cars, keeping it nice and smooth out front. There's about a 5-second gap between Omar to Art. Sounds like Cardinale is showing a warning. He is on the way. 230 down, 330 remains. Eric, Omar, Art, followed by Kevin. Last, Robert, Nelson. Careful at second wall ride, guys. Keep it tight. One down the chicane. All clear, all clear. We're approaching halfway, drivers. Almost 3 minutes down and just over 3 minutes to go. Got Vasutin half a second up on Manansala. Manansala now 6 seconds up on Kevin. Kevin currently 1.4 ahead of last. Last 0.6 ahead of Art. Art 3.1 up on Robert. Robert 8 up on Nelson. We got 2:45 left, drivers. Your lead battle's making its way through that cinnamon roll. $2:30 to go, drivers. Eric, Omar, Kevin, last, Art, Robert, Nelson, your full order. Lead battle making its way over that final double. Closest battle right now is going to be last and Art. They're half a second apart, which right now translates to about 5 feet on the racetrack. This time around, 0.6 the gap at the line. Top 2 running a real smart race. Omar just catching a draft off Vasutin here. He is in the slipstream, as they would say. 1:45 to go, drivers. Eric 0.2 ahead of Omar at the line last time by. We got Omar 6 seconds up on Kevin. Kevin 3 up on last. Last half a second up on the next car. That battle closing up a bit. Kevin with a long lap. That is going to put him 0.8 ahead of Lundberg. And Lundberg 0.5 ahead of Cardinale. So 3, 4, and 5. Closest battle going on right now. Vasutin has a little bit of breathing room up on Omar. 1:10 to go, drivers. 70 seconds remaining. Oh, careful in the cinnamon roll, guys. Need a little help in the cinnamon roll. Thank you, Jeff. 50 seconds left, drivers. 5:0 to go. Vasutin and Manansala running as they've been all race long. 0.6 the gap between those two drivers. They have about 8 seconds to the next pack, which consists of Kevin, Lass, and Art. 35 seconds to go, drivers. Eric now 0.9 ahead of Omar. Omar 7.2 up on Kevin. Kevin 0.9 ahead of Lass. Last 5 seconds up on Art. Art 4 seconds up on Robert. Robert 2.5 up on Nelson. We got 10 seconds remaining, drivers. And time has expired. When you cross the line, you will be done. Vasutin takes down the W in our B group tonight. Two more, and that will be a race, drivers. So, bumping up to the A main event, it is going to be Eric Vasutin and Omar Manansala. Our podium tonight in the B group will be Kevin, Lass, and Art. Rest of the order is Robert and Nelson. A very smart race from our top two drivers.
Barry Soppet.
All right, Kevin, Lass, and Art to the podium, please.
BP.
Podium. Hey, Lumber, you want to give us a podium yodel? Show these guys how it's done?
Marafiunte. One minute to the start of the race. Tony Wilson. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
Del Visco making a trip to the pumpkin patch. Look like Montez may be getting lost in the corn maze.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, Mr. Vasutin, could you check in for me, please?
15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than
All right,
5.
let's close down the straightaway, guys.
Eric Vasutin. Omar Man and Salsa.
All right, starting on the 1 spot tonight will be Bryant. On the 2, Andrew Montez. 3rd spot going to Barry Soppet. On the 4, Eric Gonzalez. Eric, you didn't check in. Is your transponder working? Eric Gonzalez? I got nothing from that car. Can somebody check out the wiring real quick? Just make sure his transponder's plugged in. In the meantime, so 4 spot goes to Gonzalez, 5 to Perea, 6 goes to Wilson. Wilson on the 6. Vasutin on the 7. And Manansala on the 8.
Eric Gonzalez.
There we go. All right, EG on the 4. All right, folks, we got marshals, we got racers, drivers ready, marshals ready. We're going racing here in less than 5. Here we go. This is our A main event of Buggy. Mirafuente leads him into the cinnamon roll, followed by Montez Sape and Gonzalez. 15 seconds in. Mirafuente half a second up on Andrew. Andrew 0.6 ahead of Barry. Barry 0.3 ahead of Eric. That's your lead pack. And we got a second pack consisting of Manansala, Vasutin, and Wilson. And we got Perea falling off the horse for the time being. 35 seconds in, 5:25 to go. Mirafuente, speaking of falling off the horse, wow, making one spot back there. But, trouble at the tabletop, guys. Landing at tabletop. Now, Lundberg having to go coast to coast to get that one. We got 55 seconds in. Right now, it is Andrew Montez out front, followed by Barry, Eric, Omar, then Tony, then Bryant, then Brandon. A minute 15 down, 4:45 left. Oh, Omar jumping a dot, finding the hidden double. Fast lap so far. Mirafuente 16-7. He's driving the blue and yellow. Plenty of time to make a comeback here. 130 down, 4:30 to go. That time around is 16-6 for Mirafuente. Oh, a little trouble in the cinnamon roll. Careful in the cinnamon roll, guys. Right now, it's Barry to the front, followed by Andrew, Eric, Omar, Tony, Eric, Bryant, and Brandon. We got 2 minutes down and 4 minutes to go. We got ourselves a buggy train here from Omar to Bryant. A little pushing around there. Bryant getting a 3-for-1 special. Mirafuente moving from 7 to 4 in one quick swoop. So we got 3:40 to go right now. Barry Sape is your race leader. He's 3.3 ahead of Andrew. Andrew currently 2.2 up on Eric. Eric 1.4 ahead of Bryant. EG playing some pinball there in the chicane. 3:25 to go. We got Mirafuente closing in on Vasutin. We also have Wilson closing in on Gonzalez. 3:15 remaining, drivers. A little trouble for Mirafuente. And Wilson making up a spot here. Tony moving into the top 5. Got 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Barry, Andrew, Eric, followed by Bryant, Tony, Eric, Omar, and Brandon. 2:45 remaining, drivers. Third place battle down the back straightaway. Got Mirafuente just behind Vasutin. They make their way to that front tabletop. Through crosstown into the cinnamon roll. Nose to tail here. 2:30 remaining. Vasutin doing all he can to keep that blue and yellow behind him. He's doing an excellent job of maintaining the racing line. And these guys are closing in on Montez here. Montez was 2.4 up at now 2.1. So these guys are racing each other very hard, yet gaining. Trouble there for Vasutin. Trouble for Mirafuente. Well, there goes all that time they made up on Montez. We got 2 minutes to go, drivers. It is Barry, Andrew, Bryant, Eric, Omar, Brandon, and Tony, your full running order. All right, a $1.40 remaining, drivers. Barry now 2.7 ahead of Andrew. Andrew is 4.3 up on Bryant. Bryant 2.8 ahead of Vasutin. Vasutin 0.8 up on Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0.7 ahead of Perea. Perea 2.8 ahead of Manansala. Manansala half a second up on Wilson. Right now, we got Mirafuente closing in on Montez. 1:05 on the clock, drivers. Montez and Mirafuente half a second apart now. That's the closest battle out front, at least. Also got Tony and Omar very close. And we got Eric, and Brandon also very close on the course. Got 45 seconds remaining, drivers. Fast lap in this one, Mirafuente is 16.5. Mirafuente ain't stuck on the pipe there, looking to go inside. And another bobble. That's going to allow the rest of the pack to close in. Third spot battle still very much alive. 25 seconds to go. Right now, Mirafuente just ahead of Vasutin, Gonzalez, and Perea. A little trouble for Gonzalez there, flipping at the wall ride. 15 seconds left. These guys might get one more lap here. 5 seconds to go. And time has expired. When you cross the line, you will be done. All right, folks. So your podium is going to be Barry, Andrew, and Bryant. And BP and Eric very close at the line there. And we got Gonzalez in the 6, followed by Tony and Omar. That will conclude Wednesday Night Racing. Thank you all for coming out. We're going to do it again Friday, guys. We'll be racing on Friday at 7 p.m. And we'll also be racing on-road this weekend. If you're into that, we got some good on-road action coming up on Sunday. Once again, thank you guys for coming out. We'll see you again soon.